Sambandha Gyan, as Haridas Thakur says, besides chanting Harē Kṛṣṇa every day, we must also cultivate Sambandha Gyan. That means having an idea why we're chanting and what the holy name is. This section is something I've been writing lately. It has to do with Prabhupada's statement about how chanting Harē Kṛṣṇa is forced meditation. Just interpreting that, I've included some other śāstra, which I'll just read to you briefly. In other words, it's a brief segment, excerpt. At Nectar of Instruction, verse 3, in his purport, Śrīla Prabhupāda tells how powerful such a prayer can be. Devotional service, Prabhupada writes, is so pure and perfect that once having begun, one is forcibly dragged to ultimate success. In other words, for those who pray for Krishna's help, Krishna takes personal care and pulls them in the right direction. Anugraha, often translated as mercy, literally means to grab and pull. Chanting japa invites Krishna to grab and pull us to him. Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, in his last bhajan in Śaraṇāgati, tells how the holy name abducts him, taking him directly to Krishna. Quote, "The holy name is the bud of the flower of divine love, and it is the very abode of astonishing mellows. Such is the power he manifests that when his holy name starts to blossom a little further, it then reveals his own divine form and qualities. Thus my heart is abducted and taken directly to Krishna. Blossoming fully, the flower of the holy name takes me to Vraj and reveals to me his own love dalliance. This name gives to me my own eternal spiritual body, keeps me right by Krishna's side, and completely destroys everything related to this mortal frame of mine." Abduct means, quote, the action of taking someone away by force. Krishna, by his supreme powers, personally escorts those who chant his divine name back to his supreme abode. Krishna's name is so kind that he helps even those who accidentally chant his names. What to speak of those who chant with love? As Srimad Bhagavatam 11.255, the Yogendras say, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is so kind to the conditioned souls that if they call upon him by speaking his holy name, even unintentionally or unwillingly, the Lord is inclined to destroy innumerable sinful reactions in their hearts. Therefore, when a devotee who has taken shelter of the Lord's lotus feet chants the holy name of Krishna with genuine love, the Supreme Personality of Godhead can never give up the heart of such a devotee. One who has thus captured the Supreme Lord within his heart is to be known as Bhagavata Pradhana, the most exalted devotee of the Lord. What is your opinion? What does that mean? Express yourself. Dasiko. Just go ahead and say it because it's going to take a while.
I like this point. It gets rid of all conceptions.
He likes the idea that it gets rid of all material conceptions.
Of the material frame.
Of the material frame.
And it gives you, it's like you say frame or be frame.
Frame or be frame.
So it gives you the spiritual frame.
Gives you the spiritual frame. Any other points? Yes?
The word Anugraha.
She likes. She noted the word Anugraha.
Grab and pull.
Grab and pull. Krishna, please pull me. Again, this refers, although I didn't read it, I've read it before here, the directive Prabhupada gave once in a letter about how chanting japa is forced meditation. So I'm just writing an interpretation about what that force is. The name has force, and Krishna, there's evidence. He forces us to go back to Godhead when we chant his name. So that's a good idea, right? Krishna, please pull me. Harē Kṛṣṇa. Dear Śrīla Prabhupāda, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Harinam Prabhu, Sri Haridas Ṭhākura, please empower us to chant with sincerity and beg Krishna to pull us back home, back to Godhead. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat. Harē Kṛṣṇa. As is the custom in Japa Circle, I'm going to read you another excerpt. May I? This is a letter from Prabhupada that he wrote in 1969. Regarding your last question about the ecstatic symptoms of chanting Harē Kṛṣṇa, you should know that the Harē Kṛṣṇa mantra has an equal effect upon all devotees. Just like the sunshine has an equal effect on everyone. But when it is covered, the sunshine has a different effect. Similarly, the influence of the Harē Kṛṣṇa mantra becomes manifest when one is no longer covered by the 10 offenses to chanting. The more we become free from the 10 offenses, the more the effect of chanting becomes manifested through us. Everyone can become a great devotee, being freed from the offenses 100%, simply by one's determination and effort. And here are just a few thoughts. Equal effect. A good teacher attends to all her students equally, but some students pay attention to the teacher while others do not. Some students finish their homework on time and study deeply for their exams. Other students procrastinate and wait until the last minute to finish their homework or to study for exams. Which student do we expect to do better? The one who is attentive and diligent, or the one who is distracted and lazy? The attentive, diligent one, right? Just like a well-wishing teacher extends herself to all her students, Krishna extends himself to every living being. Some take advantage, others do not. As Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila 4.34, Śrīla Prabhupāda writes in his purport about the importance of one's appreciating capacity. Quote, incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead appear in all species of life. Although this is inconceivable to the human brain, the Lord's pastimes are differentiated according to the appreciating capacity of the different types of bodies of the living entities. The Supreme Lord bestows the most merciful benediction upon human society when he appears in his human form. It is then that humanity gets the opportunity to engage in different kinds of eternal service to the Lord. Unquote. In other words, the more prepared we are to receive Krishna's mercy, the more mercy we will receive. Louis Pasteur once said, great discoveries come only unto the prepared mind. Om Tat Sat. Any comments, reflections, complaints?
I was reading yesterday from Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. Reminds me of the story of the lazy boy who's very lazy and he's just sleeping in his room. And his parents just sent him go outside and see the sun. And then he said, oh, I will wait for the sun to come inside my room before I won't open the curtains. I will wait for the sun to come inside and see me. So Śrīla Prabhupāda commented that only those who make that endeavor to open up the curtain can the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotees come and have that effect on their lives.
Unamas. Prabhu.
So Maharajji, I have a question. So what is the difference while we are chanting or we are doing Nam Japa in breath?
Doing what?
Doing a
Nam Japa?
on a breath.
On a what?
Breathing.
On breathing.
Breath, yeah. So in a 1 minute I do breath 16 times, and during a 16 time, I do like mantra chanting 2 times. So what is the difference? Like doing a Nam Japa or taking set a mantra and breath.
Well, if you're saying the mantra, either way, it's the same. The main point is Krishna and his name are non-different, and when you enunciate the mantra, then it's a seva. It's jihva seva. You're doing seva with your tongue. So the Padma Purana says, Atashi Krishna namadi na bhaved grayam indriye sevan mukhi hijibado swayameva spratyada. Yoga begins with the tongue. Jihva adao. So when you use your tongue to enunciate, to say the Harē Kṛṣṇa mantra, it's considered a seva to Krishna. Of course, anyway, if you can say the mantra in your mind, that's nice too. But specifically mentioned in japa is that using your tongue, the mouth is moving, it's like that sense is engaged. Is that all right? Hare Krishna. Dear Śrīla Prabhupāda, dear Śrī Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Śrī Panchatattva, Śrī Harinam Prabhu, if you so desire, please engage us in your service. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. I'm going to abscond. I'm going on a short japa walk. I'll see you later.